Hey everyone, it's Victoria here, hope you're really well. So I'm back again talking about my favourite subject, game shooting. So a lot of you are shooting game for the first time this season. I just wanted to talk to you about the differences between driven and walked up shooting, how they differ and a little bit more about each type of game shooting. So driven shooting, as you may know, is the most popular sort of shooting over here in the UK, and it's very kind of quintessentially British and great, great sport. So driven literally means usually pheasant or partridge are kind of driven over a line of guns by beaters. So walked up is what our American and European friends refer to as hunting or bird hunting. With walked up, as you probably guessed, you're literally walking up with your gun. You'll have dogs out in front flushing birds, and you're shooting the birds that are flushed up. So with walked up, you will be stood in a line of guns, usually with like the keeper in the middle, who will tell you when to walk, when to stop, and kind of like how to hold the line. Walked up can be physically demanding, and I'll go into more detail shortly, but I just wanted to get that out there kind of early on to kind of manage any expectation. So how do you choose which is right for you? So I personally love walked up shooting over dogs. There's something really authentic about just walking up and kind of hunting for your dinner almost. Walked up, as you'd expect, can be quite hard going as you'll cover several miles. And so if you're not fit and able to trudge across what can be sometimes quite tough terrain with a loaded gun, ammo, and your drink, shot game, etc., if there's no picker-ups, then you might want to stick to driven. Driven shooting is a lot more laid on as you stand on a peg and shoot. You'll shoot a bigger bag with a driven day over a number of drives. Driven shoots have a team of beaters, picker-up, hospitality staff, someone to drive the game cart, etc., all of who need paying, so the cost reflects in the kind of amount of money, and obviously the kind of all the money that goes into like rearing the birds and kind of managing the shoot, etc. Anyway, so walked up can be wild birds where the habitat has been managed to ensure there's enough food, cover, predator control, etc., which usually means less money goes into it. Walked up shooting isn't as common these days. This is mainly due to commercial pressures, but if you're fairly fit and want to try it, I'd say go for it. I've shot walked up so many times over some of the finest countryside in Worcestershire, Yorkshire, Scotland, and even in Kansas actually. It's an exciting, challenging and brilliant way of getting a few select birds for your freezer. It's usually much, much cheaper as well. So with walked up, you need to be double safe, as I've known guns disappear up to their waist in bogs on grass moors, and I've seen guns trip over beats. So do watch where you're going, as you'll have a loaded gun in your hand. You've got to be so careful, and also be mindful. With walked up, you're going to be shooting birds that are lower, and you need to be very mindful of the dogs out in front. And I just want to touch on the cost differences as well, as they can be absolutely polar opposites price-wise. So for a 50 bird walked up day can cost anything from £100 upwards, and a 100 bird driven day can cost £300 to £500. Obviously it varies hugely shoot to shoot. A small DIY farm shoot you'll pay much less than the top end estate. So whatever is right for you, just be safe, enjoy it, and take as many birds home as you can. I love game shooting, both sorts, and I do both every season. Be safe, take loads of game, enjoy it. I shall see you next time.